Welcome to Rocky Railway. I'm B.
I'm Boof, and I'm excited to be riding the rails with you this week.
Every day, we're going to start here at the Play and Sing Express.
I'll be helping you sing, have fun, and celebrate Jesus' power.
So now, let's start off with a song about Jesus'
power pulling us through.
We trust in you, Jesus. You're all that we need. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. You give us hope and life that's forever. You make us bold and we stand together. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. We're off on this journey, there's no looking back. With Jesus to lead us, we're on the right track. Oh, 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 oh. Wide open spaces for wide open eyes. We're looking ahead for the next big surprise. Oh, 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 oh. We trust in you, Jesus. You're all that we need. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. You give us hope and life that's forever. You make us whole and we stand together. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. We're off on this journey, there's no looking back. With Jesus to lead us, we're on the right track. Oh, 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 oh. Wide open spaces for wide open eyes. We're looking ahead for the next big surprise. Oh, 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 oh. We trust in you, Jesus. You're all that we need. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. Trusting in you. You give us hope and life that's forever. And we stand together. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. Trusting in you. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. Trusting in you. Trusting in you. We're trusting in you. Trusting in you.
So me and Boof are imagining steam engines and steam trains. Steam trains were used long ago when people needed to travel far.
Sadly, not that many people ride trains anymore.
No, steam trains actually get their power from steam engines.
They're like tea kettles. They're strong, they boil, and they whistle.
Woo. And steam trains are actually really strong and powerful. They're like a superhero. Boof, when you hear about superheroes or superpowers, what do you think of?
I think of someone very strong and muscly. What about you, B?
Well, me, I don't think about physical strength. I think about strength in the mind. But God, He has more powers than all.
God has the power to love, forgive.
Comfort, heal, and many more. And later this week, you'll hear about Jesus' life-saving power of the blood.
Would you do service for Jesus, your King? There's power in the blood, power in the blood. Would you live daily His
commotion last night. It's around the railway. It's a rock slide. This could be really bad.
Maybe we can find someone that can tell us what happened. Maybe this guy can tell us what happened. Excuse me, sir. Do you work here?
Do I work here? Friends, I've been working here forever. I don't just work on the trains, I drive the trains. Hi, I'm Camtrack. I'm the engineer on the railroad here.
Hi, I'm B.
And I'm Boof.
And to have a name like that, you must really love trains.
When you know these trains as well as I do, they become a part of you.
That's pretty deep, but maybe you can help us? My friends and I heard something about a rock slide.
You heard right. There was a big rock that came to the track.
Wow, that could cause serious problems.
It can. In fact, my crew and I were supposed to take an engine down the mountain this morning. Good thing I'm here to take care of it.
You really think you can lift a massive boulder?
I don't think. I know.
Well, try lifting this boulder to warm you up.
Easy peasy. Let me try. Oh yeah. Oi! It's useless. I cannot do it.
Funny you should mention, Cam, because we're learning about that Jesus' power helps us do hard things. Trust Jesus.
We all do hard things.
What are you doing? We've already established that I'm not that strong.
Well, none of us is strong to tackle something tough like that, but Jesus is.
Yeah, and he can help us in life even though it may seem heavy and share the load with us.
This Jesus guy sounds like a good person to be friends with. Well, I need to figure out a way to move those boulders off the track. Maybe
Well-
Jesus can give me the right ideas to know what to do.
Well, when we're done, we are going to come see if we can figure out that together.
All right then. Bye, everyone.
Bye!
Hey there, friends! Glad you're all on board for a rambunctious week of faith and fun at Rocky Railway. I'm Ramsey, a bighorn sheep. Can you guess why? Okay, that was too easy. Check out these cool, curvy horns God gave me. Ram's horns can weigh up to 30 pounds. That's as much as some of our littlest preschool buddies. Wow! My horns have to be tough because we male sheep use them to keep other rams out of our territory. People who study rams say we can run into each other at 20 to 40 miles per hour. Bam! You can hear that sound for miles. Me and my herd hang out all over the majestic, massive Rocky Mountains. The Rocky Mountains rock! If you head up to find me, strap on your hiking boots. Sometimes my herd grazes in an alpine meadow. 'Cause that's where the good stuff is. Wow, good! But the meadow makes us an easy target for predators, so we also like to climb way up those crazy cliffs. We sheep like it steep. Me and my family can hang out on a little teeny tiny ledge that's only a few inches wide. Animals like bears or coyotes can't bother us here. Whew! And check out the view! God made us just right for staying safe in those hard, rocky places. My hooves are split and have a rough skin on the bottom that grips tight to the rugged rocks. Plus, I've got excellent eyesight. No glasses for me. It may sound like climbing these cliffs and balancing on jagged ledges is hard to do, but God has given me everything I need to live here. Fine food and my family safe. I've heard that you sometimes have to do hard things too. When there's a bully at school, maybe you feel like you're in a rough, rocky place. You may not be balanced on a cliff ledge like me, but maybe you have to balance homework, chores, sports, music, and friendships. That sounds hard. Maybe coming here today and making new friends even feels like a hard thing for you. But did you know you don't face those hard things alone? No way! Jesus is right beside you. Yep, even right now. He gives you His power to climb through those mountains of worry and get through any rough stuff you gotta do. The Bible powers you up with this truth. For I can do everything through Christ who gives me strength. That means you don't have to have your own power to do hard things. Jesus' power helps us do hard things. Trust Jesus.
Hey, welcome to Bible Adventures. So for today, I want to invite you guys into my house. It's a little bit hot outside, right? Okay, so come on in. I know we can't all be at church today, but I still have a really cool story to tell you. And it talks about the old times when Jesus first started ministering. So after Jesus was crucified and went to heaven, after he rose again, his disciples started spreading his word, but a lot of people didn't like what was happening. And one of the people that really, really didn't like what was happening, his name was Saul. Okay, Saul was a really scary man. Do you know what he did? He watched people throw stones at Jesus' believers. Stones. Do you think that would hurt? Yeah, Saul was very, very scary, and a lot of the Christians back then were really scared of him. Now, what are some things that you might be scared of? I'm sure there's a lot. For me, I'm really scared of snakes. Ew, right? But if God told me one day that I had to touch a snake, I don't know if I could do it. Do you think you could do it? What if God told you or asked you to do something hard? Do you think you could do it? Well, what are some hard things that your parents have told you? Or what are some hard things that you had to do at home? Maybe wash the dishes, or maybe do chores, or maybe forgive a friend that did something really mean. There are a lot of hard things to do, right? But we have to find the strength to do them. And who can give us the power to do that? Do you guys know? Yeah, exactly. Jesus' power helps us to do hard things. Trust Jesus. Oh, guess who's here? It's my friend Ananias. Hi, Ananias. How are you doing? Are you doing well? Yeah? What's that on your face? Are you trying to disguise yourself because you're scared of Paul? Did you hear that he was coming? Oh, Ananias, well, first of all, that's a terrible disguise. You already have a mustache, look. How is this different? So, I don't think this is gonna cut it. You know what? We were just actually talking about how Jesus helps us to do hard things. And you know, inviting Saul into our homes and talking to him, it might be really hard, but Jesus has already asked you to go help Saul and to teach him about Jesus. But even when you're scared, there's a Bible verse that I want to share with you. And it's from Philippians 4, verse 13. And it reads, "For I can do everything through Christ, who gives me strength." So, Ananias, when Jesus tells you to go see Saul, what are you going to do? You're going to see him, right? Yes. Okay. So, kids, remember, Jesus' power helps us to do hard things. Trusting Jesus. So, I'll see you guys tomorrow, and we're going to talk about a new Bible story, and I think you're really going to like it.
Hello, everybody. How are we doing today? My name is Steven Rodriguez, and I'm going to be the host for VBS this year. And I'm sorry that we can't meet in person, but the Lord gave us the ability to meet through video chat right here. So, welcome to KidVid Cinema, first and foremost. And I'm so glad that we can all meet through our circumstances. And we're going to have an awesome time this week together, okay? And we'll get a chance to dive into God's Word. So, during this week, we'll watch videos about real kids telling their real stories about the amazing power of Jesus. Alrighty, so can you guys look around me? Like, do you guys see the background? I'm currently in an observation car in a train railroad car. Alrighty, so I'm excited to discover more about Jesus' power this week. And I'm also excited to watch our kid vid video. You know, it's pretty cool when we can watch these videos. We actually are watching the power of God. These kids in these videos are real kids, and they're just like you. And Jesus, just like Jesus can help them out, they can also help you out as well. So in this video, we have a video of Dominic. He likes to do karate, and he also likes to build things. And he's going to talk about how he failed and failed and failed, but through the power of God and through the power of prayer, God helped him achieve his goals, just like God can help you achieve your goals as well. Okay, kids? So I'm going to show you Dominic, and this is his story.
My name is Dominic, and I'm almost 11 years old.
Dominic lives with his mom, dad, grandma, and grandpa. He enjoys all kinds of hobbies, but one is his favorite.
I like to build things. I also like karate a lot. I love karate because I get to really express myself and I get to have fun. And I also get to build character and build physical strength.
Learning karate is hard work. Dominic practices up to 3 times a week. Plus, he practices at home with his dad.
The hardest thing about karate is definitely a lot of push-ups, leg lifts, sit-ups.
Dominic knows that he needs to trust Jesus when things get hard.
There was this board breaking thing, and I saw all the other kids break it with their palm, right here. Boom. Just didn't work out for me.
Dominic failed to break the board with his hand, but he didn't give up. He continued to train, and he asked Jesus to help him.
And I said, I'm gonna break this board. It's an obstacle in my way, and let me push through it. And I broke it.
Another part of karate is taking tests to earn new belts. Each belt color represents a new level. Earning a new belt is hard.
I was very discouraged on the first day because I was afraid I wasn't going to pass, and that's what brought me down. The second day, I was feeling very, very discouraged, very, very, very sad. And I thought, I don't think I'm going to pass this, and I didn't. I failed, and I failed, and I failed. Finally got to the last day that I could possibly test, and I said, this isn't going to be like those last times. I am going to pass it. I said, you know what, Jesus can help me get through this. I'm just going to pray to him today. I am going to pass the test tomorrow. And I did.
In the Bible, in the book of Philippians chapter 4, verse 13, it says, "For I can do everything through Christ who gives me strength."
My 3-day test, it was really hard. And Jesus helped me through that. I was nervous for it. If you're going through hard things, I suggest that all you need to do is just trust in God and he'll help you. Pray to God and he can get you through anything. Jesus' power helps us do hard things.
That was an amazing video, right, guys? Dominic is a perfect example of what God can do when we have faith in him. Because he could have quit when he failed multiple times, but instead he chose to rely on God, and God gave him the strength to persevere and reach his goals. So for this week's verse, for today's verse, it is, I can do everything through Christ who gives me strength. So like whenever you guys are feeling down or you guys feel like discouraged and you guys can't feel like you guys can't do anything, you already know what to do. Pray to God and he will give you strength. Alrighty, see you guys later.
Hey kids, it's Francis here. I'm going to be hosting the Imagination Station for this week. And first I want to ask you guys, did you bring your imagination? because we're going to need a lot of it. For today, we're going to start off with our friend Ramsey here. He's a bighorn sheep, and he's going to help us learn how Jesus' power helps us do hard things. Trust Jesus. So basically, Ramsey and I were talking, and he was telling me how he lives up in the mountains. And even though the scenery is really beautiful, sometimes it could be a little hard to go about because it's snowy and it's slippery and it's really steep. So Ramsey tells us how Jesus made his feet specifically to help him go around. And that's how he says that Jesus' power helps him do hard things. Trust Jesus. So today, I'm going to ask a question, and basically every single week before we start off our imagination station, I'm going to ask you guys a question, and I want you guys to just discuss it amongst whoever's with you, your parents, or if you have any siblings. And so for today, the question is going to be, how long does it take a baby bighorn sheep to be able to walk and climb as well as its mother? Do you think it takes 6 weeks, or does it take 1 day? I'll give you guys a minute to talk about it and just share your answer with your parents or your siblings. All right, I hope you thought about it. I'm going to give a drum roll. And the answer is that a baby bighorn only takes 1 day to be able to climb and walk just as good as its mother. If you said the other answer, that's okay. We're just all here to learn new facts. And I'm just going to ask these questions every single day. We're going to learn something new about our friends and about God's creation. And so for today, we're learning about how Jesus' power helps us do hard things. Trust Jesus. So first off, I'm going to demonstrate how to use this thing. It's called an off-rail roller. And first, we're going to start off with drawing a train track, because we're here and, we're working with the trains and the railway and everything. So first, I'm just going to take a quick minute. You can draw it with me. Just take a piece of paper and a pen and just draw your train track with me. So here's my simple but effective train track. Don't gotta go too into detail. This is the simple pattern that we all see when we see a train. And I'm just gonna take this and put it together, and I'm gonna show you how it works. Just do like the 3 times speed, you know what I'm talking about? All right, kids, so here I've put it together. I wish you guys were here with me so we could do it together, but for now, I'll just show you. So this is what we call an off-rail roller, and basically, we're talking about how Jesus' power helps us do hard things. Trust Jesus. And basically, I want you guys first to talk about what are some things that you need power to keep moving. In terms of trains, we use coal. Coal is what helps trains go along. There's gas with cars. You know, you can't work your car without gas. So what are some things I want you to talk about with your parents or your siblings about what are some things that need power to keep going? And for us, we need Jesus' power to do hard things. So this is kind of what this little toy represents. And I'm going to show you how this needs power. Because if you just put it like this, it's not going to go anywhere. But I'm going to show you how to put power into it, and it's going to roll across its railroad, okay? And there it went, kids. Did you see it power? Without me winding it, it wouldn't have been able to move forward. And that's a lot of instances for us. Without Jesus' power, we wouldn't be able to move forward. So I hope you guys learned today through my examples, through our friends that we learned about, that Jesus' power helps us do hard things. Trust Jesus.
Hi guys, welcome to Choo Choo
Snacks. My name's Liza,
My name's Johan.
and we will be your hosts for the snack station. So, Johan, what are you making for day one?
So today's treat, we're making Choo Choo tracks.
Choo choo tracks. What's the ingredients that we need?
We need granola bar and a licorice, or some Twizzlers if you guys have Twizzlers.
Okay. And we have them right here.
So Liza will be making the food, and I'll be explaining why we're making these treats. It has a meaning to today's Bible point. So Liza, you can start making the granola, using the granola bar and the Twizzlers / licorice. So today's treat is called the Choo Choo track, like we said before, and it's to resemble the railroad ties. In the real world time, the railroad ties weigh up to 300 pounds, and they must be placed first in order to have a strong railroad. Because a train can't just go on ground or grass. It needs a strong foundation for it to go from one place to another. And so it connects to the Bible point for today, which is Jesus' power helps us to do hard things. Trust Jesus. Like I said before, these tracks weigh about 300 pounds. And so that's not easy at all to make. And so in order to make these, we need a strong team and the brain power too. So in our lives, we need Jesus in order to help us make these hard things. Because without Jesus, we're just going to lose to making these hard things. And so Liza here has the granola bar, which are the tracks. You guys know like the tracks. Did you see Francis's drawing, the ladder-looking thing? Those lines are like the granola bars. And Liza here took the licorice. If you have Twizzlers, it'll be easier too to make a single strand. And so, yeah, look what Liza's making, the line across the track. There you have it, a choo-choo track. And so our snack railroad reminds us sometimes we have to do hard things first to put us on track to what's best. And Jesus can help us. And today's Bible verse is Philippians 4, verse 13, and it says, "For I can do everything through Christ who gives me strength." What's today's Bible point today, Liza?
Jesus' power helps us to do hard things.
Trust Jesus. So thank you guys for tuning in on day ones of the Choo Choo snacks. I hope you guys eat it, share it with your brothers or sisters or your parents, and we'll see you tomorrow at day 2 in the Choo Choo snacks. Bye.
So while we're
Is that Ananias?
Hey,
Come
guys.
here, friend.
Woo! I was just with Saul just now.
I thought you were afraid of Saul.
I was, but my friends reminded me that Jesus' power helps us to do hard things.
Trust
Jesus.
So what happened?
Saul was a mess. He couldn't see. He hasn't eaten for 3 days.
So what'd you do?
Well, I went to him and reminded him that the Holy Spirit will always be with him. And once I touched his shoulders, everything went fine. He could see again.
That's incredible.
Yeah. and he got baptized, and he's eating now.
Sounds like God has a plan for Saul.
He does have a plan for Saul, and he has a plan for all of us because Jesus' power can help us do hard things. Trust Jesus.
Ananias had to trust Jesus, right, Boof?
Yes, and so do we.
Let's sing a new song that celebrates how we can trust Jesus.
If there's one thing we can count on, it's that God will never let us down, and we can trust everything He does. He keeps His promises, we know, because, yeah, the word of the Lord holds true. We can trust Him, we can trust Him, yeah, the word of the Lord holds true. We can trust Him, we can trust Him, yeah. Oh, yeah. If there's one thing we can count on, it's that God will never let us down, and we can trust everything He does. He keeps His promises, we know, because, yeah, the word of the Lord holds true. We can trust Him, we can trust Him, yeah, the word of the Lord holds true. We can trust Him, we can trust Him. Yeah, the word of the Lord holds true. We can trust Him, we can trust Him. Yeah, the word of the Lord holds true. We can trust Him, we can trust Him, we can trust Him, we can trust Him.
When we're friends with Jesus, He shows us incredible sightings and shows us unbelievable things.
These sightings could be a prayer, a hug from a parent, the sunshine, or even a kind word from a friend.
Well, we've had a great first day at Rocky Railway. Thanks for celebrating with us.
I can't wait until tomorrow for another day of adventure, discovery, excitement, and just to see all of you.
Bye!